Hello friends, it's Trevor, it's Avery, it's Pat, it's the citywide special. The Eagles win the season opener in Brazil against the Packers. Saquon Barkley has an electric debut, scoring 3 touchdowns. Rookie Quinyon Mitchell impresses as well. Nakobe Dean wins a starting role over Devin White. Jalen Hurts was a bit sloppy, however. Is this cause for concern or just early season rust? The Birds take on the Falcons at home on Monday. The Phillies are on a roll, finishing a sweep against the Rays despite being banged up with injuries. Jose Alvarado is coming back into form. Can the Titans secure a top seed in the National League with the playoffs looming? The Flyers begin rookie camp. Matvei Michkov has his first practice with the team, while goalie Alexei Kolosov is a no-show. All that and more coming up right now. How's it going, fellas?
Pretty good. Good to be back. We had a bit of a hiatus here, but I think we're...
Friday game kind of fucked us up. It's
threw
fine.
off the whole timing of things, but can't complain.
We're back.
We're still in Philadelphia's second summer right now, and no better way to kick that off than a beautiful birthday over here. Can't start the pod off without birthday Avery over here.
Well, thank you.
Yes, hello.
Thank you.
Come on now.
35 years ago,
35 years
born,
young.
and the world's been a better place ever since.
That's true.
Would agree. Would definitely agree. But yeah, good to be back. Phil's on a sweep. Eagles get a dub. There's some good just motion with the Flyers. I mean, you know, Sixers have their little talk about it, whatever, but I think
Things are happening.
It's the best time of year for sports because
we're entering the
you're entering the
good zone.
Yeah, like the ring of fire in sports, so to
it's
speak.
October. That's the best part of the year.
Especially when your team can participate in that. So
Dude.
you have a playoff team primed up, ready to go. Eagles are starting up. I'm pumped.
Yeah,
and playoff baseball, Eagles going. Gonna have this the Flyers and the Sixers starting soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the one time of year that you'll find that all 4 sports teams could be active. If the Phillies advance far enough, they could still be playing baseball when the Sixers and Flyers season start. Obviously, Eagles will be full swing come mid-October, right? So, now I love this time of year. I love the warmer days and the cooler nights, you know what I mean? It's been very nice out during the day, cool at night. You can sleep good at night, but here's the deal. This is an issue. So there's been construction on 4th Street. You know, like I'm on 403, so I'm right off.
Got those jackhammers going in the morning?
They've been jackhammering at like 6:30 in the morning.
And it's all dark out.
And like I've been going to sleep with the windows open, you know, because it's nice. That breeze feels good, right? Get the fan going a little bit. Sleeping comfortably in my undies. And then, don't you know it, 6:30 rolls around every morning. And I'm just awake, just grouchy and irritable. It has not been a fun few days.
A few weeks ago, I had, across the street from me, they were like redoing the sidewalk across the street. And it only lasted like a couple days, but I just remember the one morning, like the second day they were doing this shit, I guess they, had tried to save a parking spot for like the construction truck or whatever they had their shit in.
They put the signs up.
And like I got woken up in the morning not by the jackhammers but by people outside arguing about the fucking park because someone parked there and the construction guys were just like screaming at him like, what the fuck, why'd you park at the fucking like we get the booth? And I was just like, dude, shut the fuck up, man.
To be fair, if they save the spot for a construction vehicle and there's construction,
I don't think they had like any official signage though. That was the thing, and it was just like it was just like they had like some yellow tape around and stuff, and just expected no one to park there. But it's like, dude, you gotta have some signage. You gotta have some official shit out there if you don't want anyone to park there.
Trevor's underlying PPA blood came out. He said, "Hold on, fellas, I'm coming out."
Trevor's like, that's my people.
Yeah, I'll take care of this.
Trevor's like, let me call my boys in blue.
He said, you guys got a permit for this?
I know some people that can take care of this. But yeah, so they had to like park. So it was like they had to park the construction van down the block, which is I guess would be kind of annoying for them because they gotta carry all these like bags of cement down and stuff, and they were like yelling about that. And then the jackhammers came.
Although not a bad, you could either be woken up in the suburbs by birds and squirrels and whatnot, or you could still live in Philadelphia and get woken up by the sounds of a bustling construction work zone.
Hey man,
yeah,
love the city.
Yeah. On a scale of ramping up, right? I would rather be awakened first by people screaming. That's a little calmer and a little softer than the jackhammers.
Yeah.
And you start hearing the jackhammers, just like, oh.
The house starts shaking.
My house was shaking this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there like being a good boy, just trying to sleep in a little bit.
Dude, I remember when I used to live on Broad and Morris, and I lived there while they were building that library community center thing. And it was like right across the street from my house. Yeah, it's pretty nice now, but like when they were building it, it was so fucking annoying because I would just come home and like my water would just be off for like 2 hours, and it's like, what the fuck?
It's all dusty.
Just a nightmare. But you know, I'm pro library, so that's fine.
Yeah, I like a library.
Yeah, it makes sense. It is a nice building now, so it's good. Let the kids read.
Yeah, what did it used to be before that? Was it still a library before that?
It might have been. I mean, there was always like a basketball court.
I remember
there.
seeing people when you lived over there. People would be hooping at like 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, dude, it used to wake me up in the middle of the night. There'd be people hooping like way into the wee hours in the morning, and then all of a sudden just start screaming at each other. And I was just like, "Fuck, am I gonna like hear a fucking murder?"
Yeah, I remember that.
These people are intense.
Just close the window. Like
someone's really mad about a foul at like 3 in the morning. Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. It would get heated sometimes.
I'm gonna kill your ass.
Street ball's no joke, dude. Mm-mm. But yeah, fuck, what's going on, man? Fucking,
it's been a while. We did not go live from McCuskers last Friday.
No, that fell apart. That's fine. We'll do it another time.
Yeah, we owe it to the listeners, man. We got to do a live pod. I keep saying live. It's not
live, but
a pod in front of a studio audience.
If people are there, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah,
McCuskers is the studio that's in front of a studio audience.
Maybe live for some. One day we'll get out there. Maybe not a Friday night first game of the season.
Yeah, it would have been a pain in the ass to do that on Friday.
But Thursday night, Monday night, we'll think about, not this Monday night, obviously, but an away game, Monday night or 1 o'clock game, I think makes the most sense to do it at a public setting.
Yeah, a 1 o'clock game, it's, there's a 4:25 game after that. Yeah. We get that little bit of time in between to do a post-game pod, have some libations, mingle, spread the good word about the citywide pod, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll be at McCuskers at some point, although I don't know when. We have to see what the schedule looks like, right? Like, I don't know. The schedule's not great.
I mean, it's better than last year. There's more 1 p.m. There was only like 3 1 p.m. games last year. I think there's at least more than that. But
you know what dawned on me, though? Is I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, they didn't play the first Sunday of the season. Okay. But now they don't play again this Sunday.
Right.
That's kind of like last year. I feel like they didn't play the first Sunday until like week 4. This year it'll be week 3.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I kind of want some normalcy where
I feel like if we
play a couple Sundays in a row.
I mean, I guess it's nice that they have that long layoff after the 10-hour flight.
That's true.
Trip, if there was a time to have that kind of
and you're home, layoff. You didn't you're not doing Monday night in Atlanta. You're doing Monday night at home, and then what do they do next? They play that Sunday though.
Yeah, I think they finally play a Sunday game next week, but it's away.
It's away again.
Mistaken. Yeah,
which is okay. I mean, I think again. I don't know who they play, but I think that'll be another dub in my mind that I had in the initial record that we had out there in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I feel like the first 4 or 5 games are pretty easy, except for the Packers game was the one where people thought maybe we'd start out with a loss, but did not. We won that game.
No, and it was as sloppy as you could expect for a week 1 game. I feel like every week 1
sloppy
is just kind of is what it is all across the NFL.
I mean that's because the conventional the conventional practice now is that you don't really play your starters in the preseason. And so the first quarter of the first game is pretty much their preseason. Right. So going to have some sloppiness.
Week 3 at New Orleans.
Oh yeah. Actually, that'd be tough.
Yeah, and then a week 4 at Tampa Bay. So and then the bye. That's so
you have a short week.
Early bye.
You have a short week going to a pretty, depending on how they play next week. I mean, New Orleans was, granted,
it's
they play in Carolina, but at the same time, New Orleans as a home setting is a tough place to play regardless. If they go 2-0 and then the Birds come,
they're going to be jacked up.
It'll be a pretty interesting environment for sure. You're pushing, you're almost to Halloween. It's bump. I mean, New Orleans is a great environment to be
jacked up on the gumbo.
I would be, yeah. My parents will be down there for that game.
Oh, that's what's up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're going down there for that. But
New Orleans is awesome.
I love it there.
Yeah, I love it, New Orleans.
Last game I was there for an away game, Eagles game. We got blown the fuck out. I left at the third quarter. I couldn't hear anything.
Was that 2018?
It was like 35-12 or 35-14.
Was Malcolm Jenkins was still on the Eagles?
Yeah, and so was Wentz.
Yeah, that was 2018. Kamara smoked Malcolm Jenkins. Wentz was all ass,
It was
dude.
bad. And that place was...
I remember that.
I've never been in a louder stadium in my life. That place gets... When they're winning, they could be playing a shitty team, playing a good team. As soon as they start getting ahead, that place is bumping.
Yeah.
It's no joke. No,
that's a good sports city, man. That's a good sports town. I like New Orleans. When I was there January 2020 for Zion Williamson's debut. I was out of the bar for his first game. People were getting bucked, dude. I was like, damn, I should have gone to the game. I looked, tickets would have only been like $45.
It's cheap. Yeah. I mean, it's great. It's cheap, but
it's
that's why
that's
why I feel like it gets filled. Like, it's a large stadium because you don't realize how, like, the dome looks small, but, like, the walls go up pretty high for seating, and they're not that expensive, so I get it, but we'll get to that next week when we have the pod.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of time next week.
We got Atlanta to work.
We got the NFC South
coming up.
block. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got Kirk Cousins under the big bright lights, and
again, Monday night again.
Well, hold up. Before we get to next week or this week, we got to talk about last week.
It's true.
Past week.
Yeah, we all called a dub, I think.
No, I called an L. I just looked at my notes. I called an L.
I think I called a dub.
Yeah. I was wrong. I called an L.
You were wrong. It
was a close game, though. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, could have easily gone the other way.
Yeah.
Week 1 at a whole random field. The turf, not to call back to the Super Bowl against Kansas City, but I will say...
It was the Sodfather all over again.
That shit was ass.
Yeah.
First snap, Saquon falls. I'm like, oh, shit, here we go. This is going to be a bad game.
That was just poetic.
Yeah.
The first snap of the game, Saquon falls on his face.
At the 2-yard line?
And then scores 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But, I mean, first couple series, just disaster. And, thankfully the defense kept us in it. They really saved the game right there. I mean, that could have easily been... We could have easily been down 14-0 in the first...
straight up.
Fucking, 6 minutes of that game?
Yeah.
Yeah, they won us the game in that first quarter.
Yeah.
They really did.
You had back-to-back red zone stops, essentially, from the defense.
Yeah.
To go 6-0, that's not bad. Then we score the first touchdown. So you're like, all right, I feel pretty good right now. Then, things went back and forth for a little bit, but that could have got real ugly real fast. And the defense looked good. They got tired, obviously, as the game went on because they played, I think, damn near the whole first half. Mm-hmm. Second half, we gave them some leeway, but, I mean...
They were still gashing us in the second half a little bit.
Kudos to that defense, though. I mean, the Green Bay offense, for the first probably 15, 20 minutes of that game, only had to work with a 30-yard drive every time. They really only marched up the field maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, they had a couple, 70-yard touchdown drives, but...
Yeah, but those are, I mean, the 2 or 3 they had to go, we almost did better in the red zone than we did letting them go the whole length of the field. But they look good. The defense, I'm not worried about. I'm not concerned. I will say this.
There's some minor concerns about the jump. Go ahead, though.
It's week 1, and I said this going in. I was nervous. I thought we could potentially blow them out. We didn't, but the potential was there. I think that it's classic week 1 jitters. You're in a foreign place. Literally. No traction with your feet, whatever that is. But I think for all intents and purposes, they got the dub week 1. As long as you get a win, that's good to go from my book. I don't care how ugly it is. Week 1, get it done. Look at last year against New England. In the rain, they were a bad team. We should have blown them out. And we barely beat New England then. It was like 18-15. It was an ugly score, too.
I mean, last year wasn't great, though.
It wasn't great till the end, but no one was saying that we were fucking 10-1. They were not. When A.J. Brown's put up 100...
When we were 10-1, it was like, oh, yeah, we barely beat the Commanders twice. We barely beat Tampa. Like, we needed this big boy drive to survive against Tampa. And who did we lose in the
playoffs, though? Yeah, but Tampa... Listen, I understand all that. No, I'm not talking back... Listen, I don't need to go the whole rewind again to last year. My only point, though, is that week 1, I think, is crucial that you come out with a win. No matter how it looks or whatever.
I hear you on that.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to replay years' worth of week 1s and who we played. My only point is that you go to Brazil and you beat a playoff team, I'll take that. We go home, you reset. Now, if they show up again and do the same thing, I'll be concerned. But for right now, I'll take the dub.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
There was a lot more positive, I think, than negative in that game.
I would agree. We saw a lot of negative play in week 1. I mean, the Bengals lost to the Patriots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Steelers, they didn't score a single touchdown. They kicked 6 field goals to beat the Falcons.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what else?
Carolina shit the bed real
Carolina,
bad.
you would expect. Cleveland, that's a team coming into the season that had expectations to make them playoffs. They were good this last year. Mm-hmm. Deshaun Watson looks horrible. Their defense can't stop a flea.
Seattle could barely beat Denver, too, for a minute. They looked bad in the
Bo
beginning.
Nix was throwing for 3 yards an attempt.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean...
week one's just fucky, you know?
Yeah, it's just a weird week.
To your point, week one, it's kind of hard to get too high or too low about it. With that said, there are certainly things to be excited about. There's certainly things to be not so excited about. Like when we first watched the game, we were hanging, you, me, and Bill in your backyard after the game. Bill listens to the pod.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out, Bill. And he asked us the thing we liked most about the game, the thing we didn't like most about the game. My dumb ass, I was so concerned about the fumbles. I'm like, Cam Jurgens, he was a problem.
Yeah.
Come to find out, like the film head said, he had a good game. Those fumbles are just early season jitters, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
And then the thing that Bill was like, the thing that like you liked most about the game, I'm like, I like the defense. Outside of Zach Bond and Quinyon Mitchell, the defense wasn't great.
No.
Right?
Kobe Dean looked pretty good.
Yeah, and Kobe Dean, he looked good too.
It was encouraging to see.
Yeah. Carter would have had a better game too, but
it's
he
was
Again, I don't want to keep making excuses, but like
the pass rush left something to be desired for sure.
It was there, but it wasn't quite there enough that it could be. If they have better footing this week, we'll see what happens. But I think that the defense looked decent. What was my biggest concern? I think it was just missing Kelsey. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that was
the
yours.
tush push wasn't there, which
I think yours was. Yeah. Someone's was the tush push.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal, right?
You live and die by the sword, and like that's going to be this season is like either teams have figured it out how to defend against it, or they haven't, and we've regressed because we don't have Kelsey. So like, is it teams have picked up on how to defend it, or is Jurgens not the guy to do it? Which is tough to tell in a mosh pit of men just pushing each other. But like 3rd and 1, what? Come on now. We don't need to be doing that. Then you do it 4th and 1. It's
you have a running back that can squat 700 pounds.
Right.
Yeah.
But, week one, it's just tough to diagnose all that. I think positive for me for week one was just the addition of Saquon Barkley. I mean, all offseason people were like, oh, you're going to hear the Giants fans be like, oh, yeah, thank God we got rid of him. He's washed, this and that. I was skeptical at first. I think my ceiling was potentially mimicking McCaffrey last season. I think my low point was just a solid low RB1, high RB2 in the sense that he's getting older and whatever. But the O-line is a saving grace for him. When he looked great. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, catching the ball in the backfield,
he looked incredible.
You couldn't ask for a better. I don't think there's ever been a better opening game for a new acquisition for the Birds.
The only other one was T.O. with 3 touchdowns. That's the only one.
But I think a running back is more impressive. It's not like T.O.
I don't know if there one's more impressive than the other. They're both equally impressive.
To have a little teardrop pass to catch as a running back and then also run for 125 plus yards. Green Bay's defensive front is very solid too. You're not going against
their front 4 is good.
Yeah, but
after that they're kind of.
I'll take that for what it's worth. That's fine. Three tuds. I'm all.
Yeah, no, I'm
sold.
not trying to diminish my man's accomplishments at all. Like that was a great game. That touchdown, that play was the play design, dude. I fucking love that play design, yo.
Yeah.
When we were watching it, I was like, dude, I never seen misdirection like that.
This would never happened last year.
So, like, they lined up in the shotgun. Hurts fakes the handoff to Barkley. But then the cool thing was they had Dickerson pull, like it's a run play to the right. And then after he, like, snaps the ball and Dickerson pulls and Barkley's out, then the receivers all run right or left. Then you have Goddard run. No, wait.
He was open on the flat.
Yeah, the receivers and the tight end crossed.
Yeah.
But then meanwhile, you have Barkley running the deep wheel. That was such a cool fucking play, dude. You never saw misdirection like that last year where they fake everything to the right and then throw the play to the left.
Yep.
Everything was just so mayonnaise last year.
Kellen Moore, man. Definitely could see his imprint on that game for sure.
Yeah, he killed it, man. Like, he was in his bag. Hurts against the blitz. I gotta pull these stats
he was good.
Up.
Yeah.
So, hold up this because I have this one pulled up first. According to NFL's Next Gen Stats, Hurts was 15 of 21 for 212 yards on both of his touchdowns when the Eagles used motion.
Yeah.
Right? And like the motion, that's awesome because last year you never saw a thing of motion, right? Everything was just very static.
Yep.
They might have run motion once in a while. Nah, not today, dude. Then against the blitz, Hurts was 6 of 7 passing for 91 yards.
Yep.
6 of 7. surprised they only blitzed 7 times, but that's their problem. But he was efficient.
I don't think anybody at the beginning of the season last year, I think he was pretty efficient as well against the blitz. I think we had a weird thing at the end. But, again, the O-line, except for, Kelsey being out, you have multiple at least decent picks, and Jeff Stoutland University. I mean, Mekhi Becton had a great game against a solid front four in
some
a
of the
new team.
replays of him and run blocking,
I mean,
running dudes over.
He looked phenomenal. I keep going back to his press conference when he came to the Birds after he picked it up. He said, I had a couple other offers out there, but I had an opportunity to play not only with, and learn from Jeff Stoutland, but to then learn from Jason Kelsey, Malata. Kelsey's still in the building. Landon Dickerson is nothing to blink an eye at either. I mean, you have a whole offensive line that's a majority juggernauts at their position.
Yeah.
Easily top
it's
5.
One of the biggest the second biggest offensive line in NFL history.
And now pushing one of the, it's not the youngest, but it is getting younger in a way, which is good. I mean, Lane Johnson is a little bit older right now, but they're large, they're in charge, they have a great coach to get them all on their P's and Q's. And you saw that out against a pretty good Green Bay defense. And, when you got a guy that can squat 500 as a running back and Hurts as well back there, sky's the limit what they can do. So I was very impressed with how the O-line performed in week 1.
Yeah, I think in general the offensive performance was great. Like Saquon was great. A.J. Brown had 5 catches for 119 yards.
I mean,
Devontae was nails in that fourth quarter drive. He was killing it.
He's so reliable.
Speaking of A.J. Brown, he hit his highest speed since his rookie season on that 60-yard run he ran for a touchdown.
Damn.
He hit 21 and a half miles an hour, the highest speed he had since his rookie season.
Jesus.
And he made a point this year to cut a little bit of weight and to get his speed back. There was a couple plays last year where he could have broken free and got a touchdown, but would get hit at the ankles and all that. And I think that pissed him off. Even with bad footing, my man took off like that.
Yeah, and that's Jair Alexander. That's an all-pro corner that he made him look bad repeatedly throughout that game. That was wild. I mean, some of that might have been the footing, right? Like, our defense had to deal with it. Theirs probably did too. But at the same time, A.J. Brown does that to Pro Bowl caliber receivers on the regular. He just killed it. Devontae Smith, those catches late in the game, man, when we really needed to keep that drive going. Yeah. Devontae was killing it. He was breaking tackles, which Devontae's 6'1", 175 pounds, soaking wet. He's breaking these arm tackles, fighting for extra yards. He looked great. Saquon obviously had the dynamic debut. Even Dallas Goedert, the touches he got, he had damn near 40 yards, some crucial first downs. Offensively, man, that was awesome. Defensively, not as much. What'd y'all think of the D, yo?
It definitely seemed more competent than last year. I mean, maybe not all. It's not as it's not going to be a top 10 defense in terms of talent, but it's definitely they didn't last year. They just looked completely fucking lost at the end of the season.
Yeah.
This year, it's they made some mistakes, they missed some tackles, but they looked like they knew what they were fucking doing, which I think is a huge improvement. And there were some bright spots that are encouraging. Quinyon Mitchell looks awesome.
Oh, he looked great.
I mean, dude, I feel like by the end of this season, I feel like Quinyon Mitchell is going to be a lot of people's favorite player on this team. Yeah. He's just, I feel like it's been a while since we've had a corner that is just one of those, borderline psycho in a good way.
Since Sheldon Brown.
Just hyper competitive. And he was being targeted a lot.
I got a stat on that.
And he was holding his own against a lot of some good throws, good receivers. He had some nice pass breakups. He had one in the end zone. Yeah.
Oh, early in the game. Yeah. That was the first third down of the game.
That was the one that stopped us to make him
then he was talking shit.
I know.
Yeah. He was barking.
The funny thing is that even if he goes up against number 2 guys too, he's still a rookie in the league. And we've seen the regression of guys that are a top pick in the first round defensively. It's a long season to go from college to the combine, to get drafted, to do rookie minicamp, preseason, you're playing 3-4 games, and then to start the season, you're playing as a starter. I mean, your body has no downtime. You have no offseason at all to go from college to NFL. And he held his own against a great Green Bay offense, no doubt about that. I mean, spanked the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, which was phenomenal.
Oh, that's a good offense.
But
yeah.
What surprised me most was his dog mentality of the chirping. And AJ
Dude,
Brown
it was like after
he
every
alluded
play.
to that a little bit.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what, I'm not gonna lie, like he's not afraid to talk to you when he makes a pass breakup. But you didn't get to see that in training camp. But to see it live, I'm like, he wasn't just chirping. He was, as soon as he broke it up, he went right up to the guy and was like chirping his ear off.
He was like
he had to
that,
get backed off.
He was like that all damn game.
That was awesome. We have missed that as a corner because Slay, he's always smiling, kind of laughing, and just like.
Slay's not a dog in that
He's like
sense.
the savvy vet that like will make a breakup, be like, you got to get back to the drawing board and figure that out. Where Quinyon Mitchell now is like, I'm trying to assert myself as the premier guy here, and you could see that come out, and it was awesome. That was a very, very big highlight for me to see from the secondary because we haven't had a guy like that had emotion. I mean, you got Reed Blankenship.
Well, we had CJGJ a couple years ago, but
as a safety, that's fine. But like as a corner, we haven't had that since we had like Asante Samuel, really, to just
and even
be
he
a
was
chirpy
kind of
kind of
soft.
guy. He was soft, but he would talk.
I feel like Sheldon Brown was the last real dog we had.
That's going back then a little bit.
I know
yeah.
it's like 20 years.
I don't know if Quinyon can make that hit, but I think he'll definitely have the same.
I think Quinyon could.
Sheldon Brown was
dude. He was getting up and run defense this game.
He's
I
Sheldon
think he
Brown.
can.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
But yeah, according to Next Gen Stats, there were 9 defenders who were targeted at least 5 times in the 2 games on last Thursday and Friday night. Of those 9, Mitchell had the lowest completion percentage against him and allowed the fewest yards after the catch. So he was on his game, dude. He was in his bag.
That's how he was out of college.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what he did. He might not always have the pick, but he'll make you not catch the ball, which is all you need to do as a corner. A pick is
nice.
A pick is a bonus, but if you can just break it up, call it instead of 2nd and 7, now it's 3rd and 7 or whatever, or 3rd and 7.
Yeah, instead of 2nd and 1, it's 3rd and 8. Yeah,
I'll
that's
take that all
that's
day.
a big difference, right? Or instead of 3rd and 1, it's 3rd and 8. But
Whatever.
yeah,
I know what you were saying, but it's like that was fun to see. And N'Kobe Dean, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that hit on that one drop, or what do you call it? The one swing pass to the running back. He that was Sheldon Brown-esque.
That was. I mean, so the young guys, I think, are. To your point, I think that it was I think my biggest disappointment was probably the defense because you were most excited this offseason to see Devin White, Isaiah Rodgers, all these guys, be active, and last minute they're not on the plane or someone's got a broken bone in their hand and someone tweaked their ankle. So it's like, essentially it's the same defense with a couple rookies in there, so it's not really anything different. And the Rook showed out. I think that was a great sign to see. I'm curious to see how the defense molds with Isaiah Rodgers back there and Devin White.
However Gino gets more snaps.
However
too.
they're utilized.
Yeah. But also the fact that the young guys on the defense look so good, I think bodes well for the Vic Fangio thing. Because I mean, one of the things you were like slightly worried about is like, Vic Fangio is this like old crotchety guy, and is he going to mesh well with these younger players? Like you hear this and that, and like they came out to play for him, So hopefully that keeps going, and
I think that bodes well for players like that. I mean, he even called out Brandon Graham. We gave highlights to the young guys, but even Vic Fangio said
Brandon Graham got a lot of snaps.
Brandon Graham had like half the snaps.
Yeah.
Vic said, "This isn't your farewell tour. Like you're still a premier. Like you were a phenomenal player.
That probably
still.
feels
like
good for him
he
too.
said, do not act like this is your little swan song. Like you could play for 1-2 more years if you needed to because he was out there. He's reliable. I mean, he won't always be the guy's going to get 10 sacks a season, but." He'll be great in the run game.
Yeah.
He'll get QB pressures to at least force a bad play.
He's versatile. You can rush from inside, outside.
And he's smart.
He was dropping back in coverage and doing good too.
There's stuff that he hasn't seen. As a defensive end, I mean, if you're a left tackle, right tackle, no move is going to be too big for him to overcome. But it's good to hear him get shouted out too in his 15th season or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think that's wild.
He did miss 2, so 13 playing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But nah, man. So yeah, I guess we can talk about the defense a little bit. Disappointments on the defense for me. Kind of feel like the pass rush.
Pass rush
Huff,
wasn't
dude.
there,
We're paying him all this money. He can barely get on the field. What the
Yeah.
hell is that?
Yeah, between
That's a problem.
Bryce Huff and Devin White, looks like they're not going to be. I mean, the 2 big signings of the fucking offseason are not maybe not going to feature as much as we thought.
I think Bryce Huff, I give him a few chances.
Yeah, I think he might.
He was good last year. Devin White hasn't been good in a few years.
Yeah.
He might just be done.
Well, Devin White, I mean, not even getting on a plane was a little bit odd, but I think that, and Sirianni touched on this too in his
Hold
post-game.
up. I don't blame
interview.
him for not getting on the plane. You want to fly 10 hours to some country
Just to
where
not
you
play.
don't know the language, where the weather's weird, it's hot, all this, that, and the third, just to sit there on the bench for a position you feel like you earned.
I think
I'm not mad at him for
I'm not mad at him about that either.
Hey,
I'm just
I
saying,
wouldn't go there either.
I'm not mad either, but you brought up him as a disappointing factor with the defense. He hasn't really
I did.
He hasn't given us a chance to even be disappointing and even play yet. And I think Huff, if you look at the
Well,
stats...
no, I didn't bring him up as
you-
disappointing.
If you look at the stats, though, of snap count, I mean, Huff was only off by 2 snaps compared to Nolan Smith or something. Like, it was just load
But they
management.
got more pressure than him.
It's just load management. I think also if you're seeing that guys are falling over and kind of looking weird on the end, it makes no sense to spend all that money to have your man blow his Achilles or tear an ACL trying to get around the end of a tackle, and get a guy on a shitty field. Potentially. I don't know if that's true or not.
You're calling Bryce off 3 sacks this game?
I'm just saying that if you're feeling better about putting a younger guy out there on the end who's a rookie or whatever, you got Sweat or Brandon Graham, not that you're putting them in position to get hurt, but if you're worried about that kind of stuff, load management is a big deal. You got a long season here. You got through week 1. You got to win. There's no sense forcing a man to perform. Go back home, relax. We're on turf. We'll see what we can do. I'm not worried about Huff yet at all. I think he has to at least get a sack this week, though, to make it seem better, or a pressure, or at least get in people's face.
Damn.
To make that miss of Reddick.
I'm surprised you that said Derek Hall should play through a torn thumb ligament or the load management, no use pushing through anything guy. I would not picture that.
Come on now. I'm just saying. I didn't say he had to play. I'm just saying I wish he was with the team. You can still get on a plane and sit there. That's fine. You didn't tear your Achilles.
I ain't mad at him for not going on the flight, dude.
I'm
10
not mad.
hours, that shit probably would have sucked.
I'm not bad. I'm disappointed. That's all. I'm like a disappointed parent.
Fair enough.
You got a B. You could have got an A. You could have got a B plus.
I think he just got beat out for linebacker.
So then he sat home sorry as shit.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
I
that's
think.
even worse.
Well, hey.
Make your bitch ass.
I don't
sit
like.
at home and
I don't
soak all
like that.
day?
I don't like it either way.
I think that's even worse. I think he should have been on the plane and went with the team and just been there. Russell Wilson even suited up. He was inactive. He put pads
Russell
on.
Wilson didn't have to fly 10 hours to another country and have to deal with customs.
He put pads on. He was inactive and still put his whole pads on.
That is true.
That's corny as
What's
shit.
his injury?
I don't even know.
Is he injured?
I don't know. He just said he was inactive. And then they
He's
showed him.
probably not even
They showed
injured.
him on the side. He had this
Oh,
baseball hat.
I saw him like screaming plays out at one point during that game.
Suited up.
Yeah, right.
It
with
was like
pads.
any given Sunday.
He had the eye black on.
It was like any given Sunday. Who was the guy that
What
played?
a nerd,
Who was the guy
man.
that played James Bond?
James Bond.
Like one of the cornier James Bonds. Not like
Like Roger Moore.
not Roger Moore.
Pierce
like,
Brosnan.
Yeah. No, who was the guy? No, fuck.
Which movie? Which one?
Any Given Sunday with Jamie Foxx. And he's
Any Given Sunday wasn't a James Bond movie.
no. And that's not
No, I know what he's trying to say.
That's not the actor, but he looks like him. Pierce Brosnan?
No,
Is that him?
Pierce Brosnan was the,
Was he the starting
like
quarterback?
late 90s Bond. He was in like GoldenEye.
All right, maybe not. Who's the guy
No,
that was the
that's not
starting
him.
quarterback in Any Given Sunday?
I have
But then
to
he got
look it up.
replaced by Jamie Foxx.
I gotta look it up.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen that movie.
Oh, that's
What?
a good ass movie,
It's a great
dude.
movie.
That's
Al Pacino
who the hell?
and Lawrence Taylor's in that movie too.
Hey, there's Willie Beeman, Jamie Foxx. Why isn't?
He's the other quarterback. But it reminded me of him where he's like inactive but
go.
just suited up, which was hysterical. Full pads, cup. They're like, you're not playing at all today, no matter what. Russell Wilson's on the sideline just chilling in pads.
Who the hell was it? Oh, we're never gonna find
Anyway,
this.
we'll find it out.
We'll
but
move on.
yeah,
Yeah.
T.O.'s in this?
T.O.'s in it.
Emmett Smith? Ricky Wothers? Damn. Oh, I gotta go back. Warren Moon?
LT.
Dick Buckus is a funny name.
LT's in it.
Dick Buckus was in it? Damn, I got to go back and watch it. But anyway.
Cameron Diaz?
Yeah, she was just on there.
She the owner.
Well, what we're in here talking about? We're talking about the Birds yet?
We're talking about Devin White missing the plane.
Oh, yeah, Devin White.
We were still talking about the Eagles.
Yeah.
Zach Bond. I got to talk about Zach Bond.
Zach Bond. He was all over the place.
Dude, he was killing it. 15 tackles, 2 sacks, including the game clincher.
Yeah, he was looking great.
I'll take that.
Yeah, he was great. And, like, I don't think anyone saw that coming.
No.
I mean, I heard good things in camp. They were like, he's all over the place, but it's camp. You know, Hurts didn't throw a single pick all camp, and then he threw,
we'll get to him
in the
next.
game, which is fine. But, Zach Bond was a definite plus. That was wild.
Yeah, I mean, if Zach Bond plays like that and Nakobe Dean plays like that, all of a sudden you got a pretty good linebacking
You're
duo
all right.
there.
You're one of the best linebacking duos in the league because the linebackers.
I mean, I'm not going to expect him to be that good every week, but I mean, you got something there. Yeah, for sure.
You're looking all right, to be honest.
Yeah,
this is like the fucking Remember the Titans, strong side, all that shit. They're looking all right back there.
I enjoy a Bond, dude. He had some good quotes, right? So they asked him after the game about, what'd you think of your performance? This is from Zach Berman of PHLY. He goes, I thought I had a lot of tackles, had some sacks. Messed a couple plays up. There's a lot to work on. I'm kind of a perfectionist that way. I want to be right all the time, but I know that this isn't the perfect game. We're not perfect people, so just keep grounded.
Is he the Nick Castellanos of football?
He's got that chill energy, kind of.
He's got that little weird quoteness about him. He's
got that chill energy about him. I don't know, man.
He's got to get a pick six on some tragedy day, and then he'll be the Nick Castellanos.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a great point.
Yeah, I don't know. It's harder to do that with football because you only play once a week. There's not as many days.
Baseball you play every day.
Yeah,
that's a good
there's
point.
more opportunities. Right. But
that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to see the Eagles play on the anniversary of Pearl Harbor or something.
December 7th? Dude,
they may. They do have a lot of December games.
What day of the week is that?
The annoying part is the season has a lot more December winter games.
What day of the week is December 7th?
Probably like a Wednesday.
I'm going to say it's a Friday. Trevor, what you got?
I don't know. Thursday?
It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday?
They don't start playing Saturdays until after Christmas.
So
okay.
He won't get a pick six on Pearl Harbor Day.
Well, he might get it the following day.
Yeah. He just shows up to someone's pick up football game, just fucking murder someone, gets a touchdown. Got it, everybody. What the fuck? Well, I mean, we ran 40 minutes of Birds. I think
we got to talk about the next game real quick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
we always haven't talked about Hurts either.
Oh, well, we can talk about Hurts for a few minutes.
We can. This is going to be an Eagles-heavy episode.
We have not that much else to talk Flyers, some Phillies. Eating the dogs. We're going to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Jalen Hurts.
You're in
the hot seat. You're in the hot seat.
Eating the dogs.
He's eating the cats. He's eating all the pets in Northeast Philly. Nah. I think
Jalen Hurts.
What do you
guys think of Hurts?
So when we were watching the game, that last interception I thought was always egregious. The first one I didn't think was that bad until I saw a couple replays of it and heard film guys breaking it down.
Yeah, the first one I thought this was bad just because I thought it was too risky of a throw to throw from your own end zone.
Yeah, you threw into triple coverage.
Yeah, it's that's one if you're if it's third and long at
the 50-yard
line and it's just this is either going to be a good play or a long or a throwing
or
punt.
A punt. Yeah,
that's one thing. But to do that from where they were and then you give them a short field, that's kind of inexcusable.
And let's run it back to where they were. They weren't inside the 30. They weren't inside the 20. They were inside the fucking 15-yard line.
He was throwing from his own end zone.
That was already a field goal where they got the pick at. It was already points for everybody else. That was...
we could have very easily lost that game.
And it was dead center. It was not even that was a bad...
I could see... In theory, I could see, you have Devontae running down the seam. That's a play he connects on all the time in practice. They're not trying that. The defenders aren't trying that hard in practice if they're even on the field, right? So, you can't... That one was bad.
And he fell over, too. You're lucky with that, again.
He had some pressure in his face.
But to bring back the turf, though, that pick, had that defender had good footing and not fallen over right away, That's an easy pick six right there.
You mean the defender fell? Yeah, that could have been bad.
He could have easily got down to the 10-yard line or a touchdown. It could have been a game changer right there. Not that wasn't. I mean, it was in the moment. It was a big, turnover there. But I think that in the position, you're talking playoff football. You're at the 15 to 30-yard line on the opposite end. You want your guy to make ballsy plays like Brett Favre and all that stuff. At the same time, you're on your 15-yard line. I might just do a little check down there, call it a day, and punt the ball.
Yeah,
but
you don't have to be.
That was bad. That was a terrible play,
dude. But the second interception was worse. That second interception, you're already in field goal range. It's the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
that you would have gone up by 8 points with the field goal.
He could literally have just fallen down when they were pursuing him or thrown it out of bounds.
Yeah,
would have been the same thing. I mean, falling down wouldn't have been the same. We would have lost a couple yards, but not giving up the ball.
Field goal range.
Yeah, so that was egregious. And just like, I don't know, man. Trevor, you brought this up and we gave you a little grief in the chat. We were mostly just messing with you. But on a lot of the read options, reads, he kept when he shouldn't have. And even the ones where he kept when he should have, he just doesn't look that athletic.
Yeah. I mean, I'm curious what you guys think about that because, I'm just watching that, as the game's happening and, it's hard to, analyze these kind of things, in real time. And it's I don't know if it's he's making the wrong decision or if it's just the blocking schemes aren't right or, if the play calls aren't good. I don't know. It's but it just kind of feels like for them to utilize his legs, I feel like they need to call more designed runs specifically for him and move away from the read option a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
I think that the team has a little bit of a hangover of this whole RPO thing that we built to go to the Super Bowl with Carson Wentz. And I know we have a different coach now and all that, but the team definitely has a stank of read option, RPO, try to fake it and make him think somewhere else. And it hasn't really worked since that year that we perfected it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I think that it's his first year back healthy from the leg injury. He was kind of hesitant to run last season. You have a new offensive coordinator with a lot more different motions and things like that. I think, again, you just got to – I think that first game was just a big – it's also his first game where people aren't going to hold up when they go to hit you. You're going to get hit no matter what. So you do a read option, you think, okay, I can skeet by, get 5 yards. You're going to get popped no matter, people are coming out there to take you out. So I think that's a big factor too, where he's hesitating a lot because he's afraid to get hit first after the first game. And he mentioned that too last season. I forget who we played first. We played the Patriots.
Yeah.
And I forget who it was, but he was like, yeah, that first hit, I got up and I was like, damn, all right, that woke me up. I'm ready to play now. He is doesn't like to get hit kind of guy. He plays calm, cool, and collective in the press room and all that stuff, and he's very whatever he is when he talks. But I think at the end of the day, he's still afraid to get popped after that injury. But I think that
Yeah. I think the other thing too is I think he definitely has something. He his legs are definitely an asset of his for sure, but I feel like he's more of a power runner than a
That's for sure.
Than a Michael Vick, where you're gonna sprint.
He's
and
not.
Yards.
He's not a Lamar Jackson. He's not gonna weave in and out. He did a little bit of that his first 2 years, but I don't think I just don't think he's that guy. So I don't know.
Quick. He's fast. He's not quick.
I feel like he's
that's a great way of putting it.
Yeah, I feel like he's good if you have design runs where he knows exactly where he's supposed to go and just power through some people. He can fight through some tackles. I mean, at the end, to his credit, fourth quarter he had that one run where he fought for the first down.
Yeah,
and that's the Jalen Hurts you love. He did the same thing. I don't know if that was last year too, where in that game against Minnesota, where it was he.
Powers through.
He was 5 yards. Yeah. He's 5 yards out, fights through 2 tackles.
That was Thursday Night Football. Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that he can do. Yeah. But it's just I don't know if he's as much of a creative runner.
No,
you know what I mean?
He's not a big juker kind of guy. If he was in Madden right now, his juke level would be 25%. He's not he is a north and south runner. Mm-hmm. For a quarterback.
You can run running plays for a quarterback like that.
That's fine.
They just haven't.
That's fine. But you can't. And I think one of the negatives, too, when it relates to Hurts is that if you're going to do a quarterback draw, that's fine. But when you do a quarterback draw and everybody and their mother knows it's going to be quarterback draw, maybe don't run that every time then. Like the first quarterback draw of this season, we all looked at each other like, oh, well, it's going, and he got 2 yards. We're like, if we can call this now on the first attempt at this has got to be worked a little bit differently here. You can't go 3rd and 4 and be like, empty back set. Hurts is looking a little jittery, like he's ready to roll. Like this is not he doesn't fake that at all. There's no like you could call right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And he won't survive playing against better defenses doing that shit. Against Dallas, you're going to see Micah Parsons coming through the middle, then popping his ass.
Faster than him. Micah Parsons,
and you're going to see that coming through the hole. They're going to let that slide. But I think Hurts as a whole, he still had 250-plus yards, a couple touchdown passes. I'll take that. It's tough because I feel like every year we just rip apart our quarterbacks as a Philadelphia franchise, as a fan base.
This isn't ripping him apart for the whole year.
No, but I think that we are very hyper-aware fan base. I think that week 2 is really the week that you see, okay, you knocked the rust off. He got hit a couple times, had a couple mess-ups. The O-line had a couple fuck-ups too. Let's see how they adjust in practice. You come home, get grounded against a bad team. If they don't blow this team out, then I'm concerned.
Yeah,
if you win by a field goal or 4 points...
Yeah, we'll get the score predictions, but this should be...
Yeah,
I'm not getting there yet. I'm just saying that's based off of Hurts. Hurts should be out there. Hurts is primed now to be, okay, I've heard the feedback. I've had a couple bad plays, whatever. Maybe fumble snap. Is that on me, Juergens, whatever. He should come out here now and, this is your chance to put doubters away quicker rather than later.
I do find it funny that week 2 every year it's been against Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
That is hilarious,
Kirk,
dude.
baby.
Yeah.
It's like the last 2 years it was an easy win.
And it's crippled his primetime record because he
is literally crippled right now. I guess we can switch over to talking about that game.
Yeah, I think we talked enough about this game. We can look forward to Monday.
Monday Night Football, baby. I can't wait.
Yeah,
you're finna be down there.
I'm getting out of work a little early. I'll be down there. Yeah.
I'll get down there.
I don't think I'm going down.
No?
Getting too old, man.
Come on.
I just had a birthday.
It's a birthday game. Carry the weekend over a little bit. Come on.
Not
that long. Just come down for a little bit. Just for a
beer. Damn. All right.
Just for a beer. Come on.
Guess if I'm gonna get shot, okay.
Just for a beer.
That's far. I'm gonna walk 2.5 miles for a beer.
Trevor will carry on his back on the way home. He's fine.
Will he?
Yeah.
Trevor, will you carry me on your back on your way home?
No.
Just say yes, we goes.
You could take the bus.
Take the bus.
Okay, you got me. You got me pretty good there. Maybe I'll take the bus. But anyway, now Monday Night Football, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for a home game, an actual home game.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so corny that Brazil game is counted as a home game.
I have to look because they hiked our tickets up for the season, and I have a funny feeling that they equated the Brazilian game to a home game edition.
Well, it's just a simple supply and demand thing. There's less supply of home games.
No, but we should have gotten a home game at home this season.
Wait, what?
Because there's now that you have an extra game of the season now. Had it been in Philly, I'm okay with paying.
But it's an uneven amount. So one day you get an extra road game, one year you get an extra road game.
Right.
1 year you get
and last year we had the extra road game. We had 8 home games and we had 9 away games.
I see what you're
this
saying.
Year was
so we got an extra home game, but it wasn't really a home game.
This year was the 9 home games.
So you got cheated to have the extra home game.
But
Maybe we'll get an extra home game next year.
But I think that we'll get an extra. It'll go every other. So I think
they should give us one next year.
I think they hiked their prices up because we got an extra home game, but we didn't really. I'm not gonna. By the time you pay for the Brazilian ticket, what the fuck? I'm not. That's not the same thing.
Yeah, flying to Brazil ain't cheap.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, man. So Monday night, I'll be down there. I can't wait. I'm pumped. I'm excited.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nick Foles is going to retire as an Eagle.
Yeah, 6:15 press conference.
That place is going to be bumping. Against Atlanta, he had a great game, too, before he got to go play
the Vikings.
Yeah. So that was a cold, bitter game.
That Atlanta game, I remember that day was freezing.
18-15, 15-13, something like that. It was a weird score.
It's like 15-13, but that game was freezing. I remember
Julio
that.
Jones, last pass, broke it up.
The big play was when when Foles threw it off Keanu Neal's knee and it bounced up.
Oh yeah,
and Torrey
Smith.
Yeah,
that
35-yard
changed play.
The whole complexion of the game.
That was wild.
After that, we had all the momentum, and then we won. So, but that Atlanta
we got Kirk Cousins' little bitch ass coming to town. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not worried at all.
Pulling up the first game of the Nick Sirianni era. was Hurts against or no, the first
in Atlanta, yeah, you were at our house for that.
Yeah, it was Hurts
and
against the
Smith.
Falcons.
And Devontae Smith got his first touchdown.
Yep,
corner of the end zone.
So yeah, we got a thing against the Falcons. I'm feeling good, dude.
Yeah.
Plus, as you guys were about to say, Kirk Cousins looks ass.
Yeah, he just looks like he's still injured.
I seen this stat.
Like shit. They did not score a touchdown last week.
What was this stat I seen? This shit's wild, dude. This is from Field Yates. The Falcons were in pistol or shotgun on 96% of their snaps a day. Of the 22 snaps out of shotgun, the Falcons had 0 design runs. Of the 26 snaps out of pistol, the Falcons ran the ball on 81% of their plays. So that tells me, man, is when they line up in shotgun, you don't have to do anything other than defend the pass. When they line up in pistol, more than likely you're probably going to have to defend the run.
Yeah.
That makes it so... If people can see that and tweet it, defensive coaches have that in their mind. Like, if they're in pistol, okay, it's a run play. They're in shotgun, okay, it's a pass play. And, he can't move. Kirk Cousins can't move.
I mean,
he could have moved before.
No.
They're on a torn Achilles.
And look at that O-line.
This is the last year of his career.
I mean, Minnesota had a okay O-line. Atlanta's got a
they've been bad.
O-line.
They've been bad.
I mean, that's why Bijan can't really get off the ground that way. It's just where people go to die as a career, not
I mean, Kirk Cousins' career is over, dude. Yeah. Matt Ryan was always there.
Kyle Pitts might as well call his bitch ass done too.
He's in his 4th year.
Done.
Yeah. He does look bad.
He's done, dude. As a tight end, he hasn't done anything to be.
Yeah, he looks bad.
Unless he gets picked up in a trade to maybe rejuvenate his career.
Yo, he's
so
from here
fucked up
too.
in his head,
He's doing us a dissatisfaction.
That little
we
alligator.
gotta get him as our new tight end. Get Micah Parsons in here.
Maybe he.
Everyone's from this area.
No, dude. Maybe Kyle Pitts would play good if he played here.
I don't want Kyle Pitts.
Dude,
I don't want Kyle Pitts.
I still believe in the talent. He's a good player.
It's the first year I haven't drafted him. I've bit the bait 3 years in a row, and this year I said I can't do it.
I've had him on some fantasy teams.
I can't do it.
Sucked.
I was always at
I've never drafted his ass. I always hated him.
I was 5th, 6th round. I'm like, I don't know, man. Kyle Pitts looking pretty good, but I can't do it this year, and it's showing. But I think their defense is pretty washed up. I think our offense is poised for a big home game.
What you got?
I'm thinking 52. No, I'm kidding. I'll play it. I'm thinking 28-17.
Oh, okay. So what I have, right?
Maybe 31-17. Got to get a field goal in there somewhere. 31-17.
So what I'm thinking is going to happen is the Eagles are going to have to go up early. Because, the more you let them hang around, the more that lets Bijan do his thing. And, I think our run defense showed some weaknesses last week. They missed a lot of tackles, easy tackles.
Josh Jacobs ain't Bijan Robinson, though, on good footing.
No, so that's my point. He's better, Bijan is. So, Josh Jacobs didn't really run over us. The other running back did good. You remember? Mm-hmm. He had 50 yards on 5 carries. So, for me, if they don't get up early, then I'm nervous. But I think they're going to get up early because the Falcons' defense, they have one good cornerback. We got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, and shit. You can throw Saquon in there too as a receiving option.
Dotson.
Jahan Dotson. He might catch a ball. Yeah. Grant Calcaterra caught one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to respect the pass game, dude.
Yeah.
So, I don't think the Falcons are going to be able to keep it close. I got us winning in a blowout. I got 33-10.
Damn. 10?
Yeah, it spread 6. This line 6.5. Eagles minus 6.5. I think this Falcon team's bad, dude. We're gonna win 33-10.
Yeah, I have 35-17.
All right.
We all got us in the 30s and them in the teens, so it's gonna be a blowout.
Yeah, I want to.
This is the time to. We haven't blown anyone out in quite a while.
Yeah, we didn't blow anyone out last year. Not a single team last year.
I think I saw the last time that the Eagles won by multiple scores was actually the game against the Dolphins.
And that was still a close game for most of it.
Yeah.
So
last time we wrecked someone, I think, was the Niners in the NFC Championship game. That's the last time we really blew someone out.
Yeah, I think we're poised for that. I think we just haven't clicked on all cylinders in a while, and I think that the defense has to have a good show out. I think the offense has to not fuck up. if I hear them we talk about footballs all the time. We talk about not turning over the ball all the time. All right, we get that. Everyone, we understand what the main crux of our issues are. Then don't turn the ball over. We'll be all right. Then figure it out.
Stupid.
Right. So we'll see. You're going to get that 100-yard. You're going to get A.J. Brown will get his every day. Devontae Smith will get his too every day. You don't have to force it in the first quarter. Take your time. Like Shannon Sharp. You might have to lose your breath. You might have to lose your breath here and there. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, she'll still be saying please. So relax. You know what I mean? Take your time. Figure it out. And let's blow these bitches out. Come on now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Well, that's probably enough Eagles.
Yeah, I think we can wrap that up there. And then talk a little Phils.
Yeah, let's hit the Phils real quick.
Doing good.
They've been balling.
Yeah, get them brooms out. We'll take it.
Pretty good.
Dude, so yeah, I mean, they swept the Blue Jays?
Yep.
Or no, before the Blue Jays, they won 3 out of 4 against the Braves because it's been that long since we recorded.
Oh, shit, yeah.
They swept the Blue Jays, they split the Marlins, and then they just swept the Rays.
Yeah.
They're playing good.
They're playing all right.
Dude,
I think they've won 17 of the last 20 or something like that.
So I've been bitching for a while about how, their record in the last 15 games, 30
bring up the
games,
stats here now.
45, 60, whatever. So I got a new stat. Since August 1st, they're 23-15. That's tied for 4th in MLB.
Looking pretty nice.
And when you factor in the big lead they built in the first half, they're sitting pretty good right now.
Yeah.
For the first time, and I don't know how long, pre-All-Star break, end of June, I feel confident.
Yeah.
They go out and play, and most games I feel like they're going to win. There was a time in late July, early August, where I felt like every game I turned on, they were going to lose. Every game now, I'm like, damn, I'm feeling good. They're going to win.
They're doing it too with Buddy, with Stevenson, with Cody Clement.
It's wild.
They're pulling it out with guys that just play small ball. I'm okay with that. Get on base, call it a day, and then Trey Turner comes up, bang, 2-run home run, takes the pressure off of them. I think I think 2 pods ago I was at DEFCON 7, whatever it was, 7 out of 10. I was very worried.
Oh, I was at a 5. Yeah, Trevor was at a 4.
I was pushing 8 for a minute, but
I remember
they backed me down now to like 6 still.
Yeah, there were reasons. There were reasons to be at a 6.
I'm
not knocking you for it.
I'm happy. I'm cool with that. I think that we're heating up at the right time. I think you look at a team like the Yankees as well. They might be winning right now. I think they were up before whatever, but they were hot for a minute, and then a lot of their key players were doing pretty poor. But I think that with the Phillies right now, they got a chance to close the deal here now. What do you got? 20-some games left.
16.
And what's the magic number? 11 now to get the first seed. 9.
Oh, so for the first seed, I think it's 12.
11 or 12.
The NL East is 9.
So it's still tight.
Dude,
I mean,
the fucking Braves might not make the playoffs.
It's so funny that
this is what would be so funny if the Mets win their wild card series and we play the Mets in the division series. That would be so fun.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I would love that.
Yeah, but
I might try to fuck around and go to a game in New York. If there were a game on a weekend night. Those Mets tickets couldn't be that expensive.
It might be. It's still New York.
It would be, but
I mean, depending on how expensive they are, I might just say to hell with it. I'll drive. That's what it has to be. Yeah, we could probably take a train up there. Yeah, we could. Definitely.
Yeah, you take the NJ Transit.
We could get off in Secaucus and catch an Uber.
Or you go to you just go to Penn Station, get on the Long Island Railroad.
Yeah, there are plenty of ways. Yeah, maybe we do that. Hopefully, they do play the Mets. Yeah. That'd be a lot of fun.
I haven't been, I used to go to, when I was going to school up there, I used to go to, Phillies Mets games a lot, but I haven't been there in years.
I'm down. I'm about to get into a fight up there.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's go fight some old Mets.
I think the last time I was there was the Eric Bruntlett unassisted triple play.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
You were, I think you did tell me.
Yeah, I was at that game.
That's crazy.
Great. Pedro Martinez started that game for the Phillies.
Damn. Yo, I miss
the
when
weirdest
Pedro
game
was
I've ever
Philly,
seen.
Dude, Pedro was the man.
Dude, I fucking love Pedro so much.
He was the man.
He was always my favorite non-Philly, and then when he played for the Phillies, it was like
he was washed at that point.
Dude,
but
he was like throwing slop, but he was still good.
He was throwing slop and going 7 or 8 innings, striking out 7 dudes.
Yeah.
No, I love Pedro.
Yeah, Pedro
Martinez.
rules. He's the man.
But yeah, I guess as far as
anyway,
current Phillies, I mean, they've been playing great. They are banged up. Dude, look at these injuries. So players that are actively on the IL. Boom with that strained hand. What do you call it? Hayes, right?
Yeah, he's still been out.
He has a kidney infection.
what the fuck?
Like to the no, like
you have 2 of them. Take it out. I'm kidding.
This is the load management guy from 50 minutes ago.
I'm kidding. I'm just playing. Pussy. No,
Sosa's out with a strained back spasms. I'm sorry. And then JT and Schwarber, they're not on the IL, but JT got the ball fouled off his knee real hard, got knee swelling. Mm-hmm. Schwarber slid into the base hard, hyperextended his elbow, which I get. Like, as a home run hitter,
right.
You need that elbow.
You swing it. Also, you swing
at least none of these things sound like long-term things.
They're
all just
the fact that you put those guys out though, and you still swept the ball.
Yeah,
but then
they should all be ready for the play.
Harper's also playing with whatever the hell's wrong with him.
Yeah,
he hasn't looked great for a while.
Harper's always like the Frankenstein of like, oh, something's always wrong, and he's whatever. But they do say like the missed swings and not hitting contact is the one that hurts you. And Schwarber does swing at a line, misses. So we could be okay without Schwarber getting a first pitch home run every now and then.
I mean, and
we have done it.
Dude, but our next...
The series coming up is going to be tough.
Yeah, our next 11 games are against the Mets and the Brewers. Two really good teams.
We can get to that, but it's going to be tricky coming up.
Yeah, I think some of these guys got to get healthy. I mean, I loved, the buddy.
Oh, yeah.
The buddy chants. I legit was cracking up. I was just sitting on my couch watching the game and just started dying when people started chanting buddy. And then he works a walk.
Yeah.
And then Cody Clemens gets the game-winning hit. And I was just like, God damn, dude, you got Cody Clemens contributing, Buddy.
And the next day, Buddy hit the RBI.
Yeah, and then Weston Wilson hit the game winner after that. And then what's this guy's name? Aramis Garcia, the catcher.
Oh,
he threw the guy out.
Yeah. Put that mask right back on. He said,
dude,
hold up.
As soon as I saw the guy stealing the base, I saw him throw the ball. I was like, damn, he got him. And he nailed him.
We might have the best catcher depth in all baseball.
I mean, Stubbs can gun guys down.
So is the other guy. Yeah, Marchand's pretty good, too. I mean, Stubbs, I don't know. I'm kind of... Stubbs is... I've always been set on this as just a vibes guy.
Stubbs says he's a very good defensive catcher.
I think he's a big vibes guy.
Offensively, he's a dud, yo.
Yeah, but that's like most second backup catchers.
Yeah, but when you got...
There's not that many good offensive backup catchers.
When you got 3 and 4 behind him, though, I don't know. But Stubbs is just kind of like
playing
Stubbs.
catcher's probably
It's the name. Yeah. Some kid behind me was yelling at the game the other day. He goes, "He's my favorite carrot, Stubbs." And now I can never get that out of my head now. It's just all I think about is him just being a little carrot. Like
He's
the little,
my favorite
like the mini carrot.
Oh, that's a good one, dude.
He said, "Garrett the carrot, Stubbs."
He called him Garrett the carrot?
He says, "My favorite carrot, Garrett."
Damn.
Stubbs.
Yo, we gotta get this kid on the pod,
that
dude.
Shit was great.
He is going places.
Damn, this is awesome. But it'll always be ingrained in my head now.
But nah, man. I mean, we had Buddy coming through, Weston Wilson, Aramis Garcia, Cody Clemens.
Stevenson.
Cal Stevenson.
Yeah.
I forgot. I didn't have him written down.
He contributed too.
Yeah, he had the game-winning hit the game. He set up the game-winning hit.
Yeah.
Dude,
all these young
had a couple of nice catches too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that it was a great series to play to give a lot of the main guys a break. And we got through it, and we did it. And the other guys that were your main starters, Trey Turner had 2 two-run home runs, too, that game that we came back and had 4 runs.
Well, we'll get to Castellanos.
Castellanos been playing fine. Harper,
we'll get to him in a second.
Harper almost had a home run, but then
Harper had like 4 doubles in a row.
I was at the game. Damn, I will say that Tuesday game had the...
Yeah, let's get to that Tuesday game.
Not before the brawl, Harper hit that ball that went out to right field, and I swear to God, from where I was sitting
where was your seats?
Right in right field.
So you could see the kid.
I swear to God, I was sitting right where you could see the border. I think that the glove went behind the wall.
A couple people said that.
I think that
I don't like. Are you talking about the Rojas?
Yeah. No. I'm talking about Harper's home run getting called back Tuesday night.
Oh, I didn't fucking watch the game Tuesday night.
We saw it live.
Oh, you missed a great game.
I was
dude.
being a nerd watching the debate, which I guess we'll get.
Well, I was upset we
We'll
missed
get
that
to that
too.
in a
Yeah, but
second. Yeah.
some kid was like this, and the whole crowd initially started booing just because I think they thought that it should have been a home run or whatnot. But I swear to God, the glove that he caught the ball from went behind the blue over the flower box this way. But the replay was so blurry you couldn't see shit.
Yeah, on the replay, it kind of looked like he
you couldn't see
reached
anything.
over.
I'm like, this is
From
terrible.
the TV replay, it kind of looked like he might.
Even
have
what they
reached
put
over.
up on the screen in the game, we were like, can we get we can't get a closer angle of this at all? So, yeah, that was a wild game. I'll tell you what.
Nah, that game, dude. That game was bananas. Like Harper, that 8th inning. So the rest of the game was just kind of meh. That 8th inning, where you had.
That's why you love being there, honestly.
Like I can't even piece it all together sequentially, but it was just.
You started off with Stott having that
you were
crazy
there.
ass ball, crazy
when
ass
he hit
hit
the
off the
ump.
ump.
Yeah, when he hit the ump.
I didn't realize that they're in play.
Me neither.
I didn't-
They called that an out. I was like,
Oh yeah, that's great.
I
Imagine
sent-
if that happened during a playoff game.
Right.
dude. I sent that to a
Jesus.
couple group chats.
I never
was
knew
like,
that was
dude,
a
that
rule.
should absolutely be a ground rule double.
Yeah,
Or at least a single.
At the very least, a dead ball. Like it just
Right.
call the same as you would a foul ball. Yeah,
Yeah, that was bullshit.
at the least.
That was nuts. I mean, I saw that happen. I've never seen that happen in real person or really ever watching a game ever. And he was so quick to be like, "Yeah, he's." I'm like, "How are we not reviewing? Like, is there no, By the time he said it was fair, it hit off his foot, and then it was right to the guy. I don't know.
No, I did not like that. That was
That was
horrible.
crazy.
The only
And I
good
have
part,
never seen that in 30
Yeah.
years of watching
Yeah.
baseball.
I guess that's why it's not a rule because it never happens. But
yeah, but
That's
what if?
true.
the one time it does.
Okay, but hear me out now though. What if the ump is standing and his one foot is on the infield and his other foot is out of bounds, and the ball hits him in the chest and drops below him?
I
Is
guess
that a
they would
fair
look
ball?
at whether his chest was over the line or not.
But if he physically is in play, as he was for that play, is the ball live or not?
Well, yeah, because the ump, he was
It
way
only
out
hit the
of
one
bounds.
foot. Yeah, he was half and half.
That's a good question. We'll have to wait for that to happen in 50 years. 'cause
Talk
it
about
never
a bounce.
happened.
That was. But
That
then
was horrible.
The only good
dude.
part, the only saving grace is that we did go a full batting cycle back to Stott, and then
Yeah.
he ended it. But which sucked. But
Well, we went a full batting cycle because the Rays brought in that guy who
and
was
that
just.
cycle was electric.
Dude, that was insane. I won't play the John Boy video on my phone. Trevor, did you see that? The 12-minute John Boy video?
No.
It's wild because the guy was tipping his pitches really bad.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Egregiously. Glove up here is a cutter, I guess. Glove at your belt is a sinker. Glove down is a changeup. That egregiously.
Oh wow.
Where if you watch a little film, you would figure out in 3 seconds. So he was tipping his pitches bad. And then the John Boy video obviously goes on to talk about Castellanos getting hit and what Castellanos was screaming at the guy. People should just go watch the video. It's great.
Phenomenal.
And then Harper, when Castellanos gets hit, you could read him. If you can read lips at all, you could see Harper was like, "Hey, motherfucker, we don't do that."
He said if
We
I
don't
was in
do
front
that
behind him,
here.
I would have fucked him up, essentially. But he didn't.
And then after that, you have Strom coming out.
Oh,
You have
it
the
is-
whole team coming out, but
Strom
Strom
came out like he just took a shower and
Yo,
put on
this
his
shit-
Strom
nighty
just came
outfit.
out in a tank top.
Yo, I found this tweet. It had me dying, dude. What is this tweet about Strom? Let's scroll over. Let's go. Matt Strom leaving his evening yoga class without an instructor, ready to throw hands. Shout out Justin Clue from the Good Fight. You remember
That
that?
shit was
Trevor?
too
yeah.
funny. They showed that picture. First off, the picture came in a sub-1 ERA when
He
coming
was
into
good,
that. Yeah, he
yeah.
was doing all right. Gave up. I mean, once Turner hit that 2-run home off him, he was like, "Okay, fuck this
Oh, he
shit."
was pissed.
Yeah, and they showed all season long his cutters, the full season, not just the last month, 2 months, all season long. His cutters were in the batter's box like this, no big deal. Then they had Castellanos' one right out here, it was a direct.
He had one
just,
cutter that went
Yeah.
4 feet out of the.
just direct to the back. Ugh. And then you had the first base coach. The first base coach was like, "So what if we just ran and tackled that guy right now?"
Oh yeah, in the video, dude. The John Boy video is so good, dude. It's his best work. Shout out John Boy
Only
Media.
thing I will say, though, after that whole debacle, if you're going to run out and clear the benches, someone has to fucking hit somebody. I think if, in my mind in baseball...
Harper was ready to throw down.
If not Harper, let's say if I'm like one of the, I don't know, bullpen guys that pitches every other 5 games, and they clear they all come out, fuck it.
So if you're a less important player...
I'm taking someone in the other team's jersey. Why not? Who cares?
I feel like we've had this conversation before, but they should have more fighting in baseball.
I think that it is a crime that they didn't hit anybody that whole thing. You wasted all that time. You cooled off the bats, and the next batter is Stott, and then he strikes out, and then the inning's over. You should have hit someone then. Make it worth it.
No, I hear you.
Get your money worth.
Fuck it. Who cares?
I completely
Schwarber,
agree.
oh my God, he's feeling okay right now. Murder someone then. That'd have been great.
Blow.
That's how you gotta come out.
Yeah, come on now. You make all that chirp, all that, oh, I don't want to hit the guy coming from behind. Man, fuck it. Although, had Harper gotten suspended for 3 games, that'd be brutal, but he could have caused all that fuss and just chirping all that. I can yell that shit.
Real Muto wasn't playing, so he could have come out like...
Yep.
That'd have been the whole team.
But
But-
yeah, man.
Nah, that's what you need fucking, what's it called? With the little
Derek Hall, your boy.
He's a big boy. Use the other hand. Call it a
Yeah,
day.
he can knock a dude over or two.
Yeah, I mean, you got these September call-ups. Like, maybe instead of calling people up because you think they're like good, you just call up some like big fucking...
Yo, Derek Hall,
call
let's
up
go
some
brawl,
brawlers.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yo, I'll take that man in with me into a fight. That's a big man,
I
dude.
would. Yeah.
Even though you've called him a bitch for the last year and a half.
I mean, if he needs to get, he needs that little
As long as
negative
his thumbs
reinforcement.
are healthy,
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think you can call him into a fight. I'll tell him what you said about him. He ain't supporting you.
He'll say, ooh, I can't be there. My thumb's hurting.
Well, boy. All right, moving on. So, yeah, we got the Phillies, they play the Mets for the next 3 games, and they play the Brewers for 3 in Milwaukee.
yeah, big
Then they play the Mets for 4.
I think we win 3 games in this next 2-series stretch.
But that's kind of all we need to win. I would prefer we win more, but yeah.
I think that's the best we got. I think we probably go 1-2 against the Mets, and we go...
Which, that's fine if we do, yeah.
And we go 2-1 against
Milwaukee.
I think that's really what we're at right now. I think they probably have a terrible series against the Mets. They focus and try to get better, and they somehow beat the Bruins and what's it called?
The Mets again. It would be the Mets, Brewers, then the Mets.
The Brewers, I mean. And then we have like the deciding factor Mets, and I'm not ready to predict that yet, but I think that we have a pretty tough... When we win, it's going to be ugly every time, and I think when we lose, it'll be equally as ugly when we lose.
Yeah,
I can see that in the next 6 games for sure.
I think you're totally right. This Mets series...
It's bad. They're hot
They're
right now.
going to lose...
Yeah.
2 out of the 3 games, and they're going to look bad.
Yep.
They're going to make us question, like, oh, man, are they going to win the NL East?
Is the pitching
this going to
okay?
be 2007?
Is the
where they
pitching
blow
all right?
a 17-game
Are the
lead?
bats
Or a
okay?
7-game lead?
Yeah, I'm not feeling confident about coming into the Mets.
But then I think they win 2 out of 3 against the Brewers. And then after that, they ride the momentum against the Mets. I could see that.
Are we in New York for this series?
This one's in Philly. The next one's
Good.
the 4 gamers in New York.
Are they bringing down Miss Met at all for this, or is she just staying in New York?
They ain't bringing her down here. She's staying her thick ass up north, dude.
Well, then we're gonna win that one up there for sure.
She's hanging out on Broadway, probably.
Yeah,
She's
I don't
at
know.
Times Square.
I just think it's gonna be ugly, no matter what hand deals you, especially with all these weird injuries and who might play, who doesn't gonna play.
Yeah, this team's banged the
The
hell
Mets
up.
are solid. They're healthy. They're on a hot streak right now, and it's just the name of the game. Playing, you're gonna have a lot of fans that probably come in here from New York.
If we lose 3...
We can't get swept. You gotta at least
If we
get
lose
one.
all 3 games at home to the Mets...
You have to win really the middle one. You don't want to go
I don't even know what I
You don't
will
want to
do.
win the first one and then go and lose the next 2 in a row coming into the next series. I think you gotta if you're gonna lose the first one, win the second one, lose the third, new series, new slate, call it a day, you didn't get swept, go to the Milwaukee and see what happens. I don't know. But I'm not feeling good about it. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I think they win 2 out of 3, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anything else? No, I think that's it on the
that
Phillies.
wraps it up.
Yeah, I got nothing else written down worth talking about.
Flyers started rookie camp.
We got Mitchkov on the ice.
Michkov
Yes,
is
sir.
on the
In
ice.
America.
Dude, he's speaking a little English, low-key.
Yeah.
They're trying. He's trying, dude.
Yeah. He'll be good.
I can't wait till he can speak English and he can just start saying some, like, straight-up American-ass shit, dude. Like, yeah, we're gonna fuck him up, baby.
I feel like he's like a little Philadelphia baby where, like, I can't wait to teach him a curse word in English. Like, fuck, go Birds. Yeah. It's great.
But yeah, he looked,
I didn't read any reports about how he looked yet.
I don't know. By all accounts, he looked good. He was playing with Luchenko today.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they looked like they had some chemistry too. It was cool.
Damn.
Like, dude,
Luchenko's not going to be up this year, though.
Yeah, they're not going to actually play together for a while. But there was this one nice sequence where like, Michkov kind of like poked the puck out to Luchenko, and he made this like awesome like backhand goal. It was sick. But
is this on film or you just heard about it?
I saw it there's video of it on Twitter.
Okay, I gotta look this up.
But
was that right after the Michigan attempt too?
Yeah, it was I guess all the same day.
Yeah,
but,
I gotta look this up. Okay.
Yeah, but it's cool seeing there was like lines out the door at the fucking Voorhees
That's
Center.
awesome.
Yeah.
There's some, it's fun. There's some excitement going around with the Flyers. We'll, see how the season goes. But, yeah, it's fun,
I think it's good to just have positive energy around any team in the Philadelphia area. And when they're all clicking together, it just makes it even more fun. Like, for once in a while.
There's good vibes.
Like the Flyers aren't like a fringe, like, oh, well, we have a new GM or whatever. Like, when Briere got picked up, we're like, oh, well, at least he's going to change the dynamic of the team. And, like, we got to wait for draft picks. But
yeah, it's been a while since we've had like a player,
somebody physically here that we're like, okay, like here we go. We have a chance to build around this guy, and he's looking phenomenal, and he's doing goofy shit in training camp, or he's bringing fans out, or people are getting to learn more about the Fly. Like, it's just great to see excitement around a team that has wanted to win for so long.
Yeah,
and I think the potential is there, and that's what the best part of being the Philadelphia fan is, that like, being there in the early stages to see like, okay, well, there's potential here. It might not win, whatever, but
yeah. I mean, I feel like I see so many people that are like, I like to root for the Flyers when they're good. It's fun, but they've been like so mediocre for so long that I've kind of like checked out of it. But it's like, I feel like finally there's something to like get people back into the team.
Yeah.
So, I'm not expecting them to be like fucking world beaters this year or anything, but at least like, with this guy, you finally have something to like.
Just some excitement.
Yeah.
There'll be a couple games.
Some spark.
There'll be some games we're going to watch and be like, oh my God, Mitch, this is like.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And there'll be some games where they get blown out and be like, well, it is what it is. But that 1 or 2 games every now and then, it'll be like, all right, man. And he's still only what? 20? Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be 20 at the start. He'll be 20 by mid-season. I think he might still be 19. I don't know. He's young yet. Either way, he's young. But what's exciting, man, is that, like, most times not every team in Philadelphia is relevant. Every team is relevant right now, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, even though the Flyers, like, they're not going to be great, but they have an exciting very exciting prospect.
I still... I said this before when we heard he was coming over. I'm going to say it again. I think they could make the playoffs this year.
They could.
You have to realize.
I think it all hinges on the goaltending. If Urson and Fedotov can hold it down, I think they have a very good chance to make the playoffs. Well, what's up with if they're not that good, then they could be shit.
What's up with Fedotov? What's up with his bitch ass?
Oh, no, you're thinking of Kolosov. We'll get to him in a second. Get to him in a second. But Fedotov, I don't know.
I think it's I said Fedotov. I think it is Fedotov.
But yeah, I mean, as a backup, he's fine. Arison showed you a lot last year.
Yeah. And I think with like a
dude, whenever Arison looked bad, it was because they were playing him too much.
He had to. That's all they had.
So like, if you mix Fedotov in, he'll learn. He'll get his reps. At the same time, Arison will stand on his head once in a while, and you'll win a lot of games. I think the offense is going to be so much better. I'm so excited to see Michkov on the power play, yo.
Oh, dude.
It's going to make such a
difference. Because that's the thing, too. I mean, even with the team last year, as mediocre as they were, if they just had
if they had a halfway decent power play, they would have been like the 6th seed.
Yeah, even if they had like a below average power play. Anything above just like an awful power play, they would have been in the playoffs. So, yeah, and like you figure like some other teams in the division have gotten a little better too, so you have to factor that in. Like the Devils were kind of had a bad season last year. They could be better.
You keep saying that. I ain't scared of them. I'm for damn sure not scared of the Sabres.
Yeah, they're ass.
The Sabres are butt. The Canadiens, miss me with that.
Yeah. I mean,
who else is good in the East?
There's a lot of good teams.
But no, I mean, that was bad last year.
I mean, the Devils are the big one. They were the one that should have been in the playoffs last year, but they just got
You're
derailed.
putting a lot of faith in the only team that has New Jersey in their name of all professional sports. No one's like, yeah, I'm the New Jersey Jets.
I'm just being realistic.
I'm the New Jersey... I guess they were the New Jersey Nets at one point, but they got ashamed and moved. I'm the New Jersey Giants. Nuh-uh, you don't hear that, dude.
Well, but the
New Jersey
Mets,
are, though.
The Jersey Devils.
But they don't call themselves the Jersey team. The Devils call themselves the Jersey team, and they are.
At least they're not afraid.
I don't believe in a fraud-ass team like that.
At least they're not afraid to call it out.
But they're not. What are you talking about?
They own where they are.
You're backwards.
The Giants are from...
Right.
The Devils are...
I ain't afraid of the Devils. I ain't afraid of the team from Jersey.
I ain't afraid of the Jersey Devil. I'm afraid of the Jersey Devil.
I'm not afraid of this genuine-ass Jersey team.
Yeah, they're from Jersey. They're too Jersey. I ain't scared of them.
Yeah.
They should be the New York Devils. What the fuck?
They should. Or the Secaucus. They should be the Secaucus Devils, dude.
I think that we should make every New York team that plays in...
They play in Newark.
New Jersey.
It's all relative.
The
That's
Prudential
all up there.
Center.
Yeah.
But it's still in
whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
They don't deserve to be anything else other than trash, in my opinion. And, yeah. I hope the...
Looking at you.
I am unhinged. But, nah. At the end of the day, dude, I don't like the Devils worth a goddamn. I think the Flyers are better than them. I think the Flyers are better than the Sabres, the Canadiens, the Senators. The Flyers are better than the Penguins. There's a good chance the Flyers in the upper half of good teams in the East.
It could be.
In which case, they'll probably make the playoffs. I'm calling it right now. I think they do.
Yeah, I think it's 50-50.
September 12th, birthday.
So like I said earlier,
I'm calling it. They're making the playoffs this year.
I think it all hinges on
3 shots.
I think it all hinges on how the goaltending does.
3 shots. If the Flyers make the playoffs, you're doing them.
No,
if we make the playoffs, you're doing them. If we don't make the playoffs, I am.
Yeah.
This is a long-term bet. It's not going to come to...
Oh, I like a lot.
It's not going to cash until April.
Someone write this down. Put it on the notebook.
I'm listening to the pod.
Yeah, make your notes.
Pat owes
yeah. All to say, it's a fun time for the Flyers. For the first time in a long time, we finally have a guy.
Even though Kolosov's a bitch.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck him.
Yeah, I don't like that, dude. Did you read this thing about how they can toll his contract?
Oh.
I didn't even know what toll meant. Did you know this was a thing?
I've heard of that before, but
I don't know what that means.
I don't remember what it means.
So this is from Charlie O'Connor.
I don't know what that means at all.
If Kolosov does not show for main camp next week, either the Flyers would have grounds to toll his contract, meaning that this season would simply not count, and year 2 of his ELC would begin in 2025-26 when he would be again expected to report.
Oh.
So essentially they can just toll his contract. So it's like, yeah, dude,
I mean,
this
I
doesn't
guess
matter.
just
You're
do
going to have to
that.
play
That's
again.
Fine, yeah.
That's what they want to do.
Yeah.
Is what this Charlie article said. Because it's like, we drafted him, third round pick, third round pick?
I think it was
It's like, you're not getting off the hook like that, dude.
Who the fuck do you think he is? Hassan Reddick out here, touring around Japan,
that
not
shit's
playing?
wild. He's getting fined so much money.
He's up to like $500 million right now.
That's insane.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Well, fuck that bitch ass. Yeah, you can do all you want, but we'll see you next year. What's up?
What, Hassan?
No.
Oh.
Kolosov. Hassan, I think we might bring him back.
Well, yeah, we'll see him soon too.
So. No, I think in my mind, we give the Jets a couple draft picks, and then we get Hassan back.
We give them Bryce off and take Hassan back.
I think that we get both. We take their premier edge rusher. I think we give them like a couple 2s and a 3.
Damn, you bold.
We get back Hassan. We give him like a little bit close to what he wants, and we call it a day. That would be a classic Howie move.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the art of the deal.
Damn. They're eating the dogs.
Yeah, do you want to can you please play that clip, dude?
He says though, like, I feel bad. He sounds like from Northeast Philly.
The way he says dogs.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. As far as rallies are concerned, as far as the reason they go is they like what I say. They want to bring our country back. They want to make America great again. It's a very simple phrase, make America great again. She's destroying this country, and if she becomes president, this country doesn't have a chance of success. Not only success, we'll end up being Venezuela on steroids.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there had been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here.
People on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
but
television.
But the people
I'm
on
taking it from
television
the city
saying their
manager.
dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that. Vice President Harris, I'll let you respond to the rest of what you've heard.
Good Lord,
We'll find out.
They're eating the dogs.
That's one of the funniest things I think I've ever heard on live TV.
That was so fucking funny.
I don't even have any words to say to that. That's just so... It's hysterical.
Dude.
He just took all the bait. Like, because I remember, like, going into it, I was like, I wonder if he's going to say anything. Because this was just, like, a weird rumor thing on Twitter.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, it's just, like, a bunch of weird freaks talking about this shit. Like, I don't know if he's going to pick up on this or is going to bring it up. And, like, he brought it up, like, unprompted. Like, they didn't even have to bait him into it. He just, like, went off on it. They're eating the dogs.
Yeah. Yo,
they're eating the cats.
What was the question that was asked that prompted that answer? I don't remember.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure
I
it wasn't anything
just switched
related.
from the Phillies game to the debate when that happened.
I think the fact that he mentioned crowd sizes, I feel like they just talked about crowd sizes. He went to that. He's like, well, speaking of crowd sizes, but I saw it on TV.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
He pivoted to like the immigration stuff every single time.
The aliens.
So it was just like
they're doing trans operations on the aliens. They're like, what?
Yeah, in prison.
The dude she had him. I mean,
what about this was so funny when they were talking about, I guess, Obamacare, and they were asking him if he had a plan that would replace Obamacare. It's like, yeah, do you have a plan? I have a concept of a plan. I have
concepts of a plan.
Right.
No, but I did kind of love his follow-up to that, where he's like, well, I'm not the president right now, so like, why would you expect me to have a plan? I'm not gonna like worry about, I'm not gonna waste time worrying about that until I'm the president.
Because it's not like 8 years ago he said the same exact thing. It was like, we're gonna
roll
back.
You had 4 years to be president and implement whatever your plan was.
Do it, and then you had 4 years to think about it and didn't do it, and now you're like, oh, we got something. We're kicking the old can around. We might figure something out here real quick.
Yeah, that was like, everything about that was just so funny. The whole debate watching experience.
Yeah, it was funny too. Right afterwards, it was like the right wing side of people were all just like, oh, the moderators. The moderators were so biased. I was like, dude, your guy talked about people eating dogs. Like, you can't do this like nitpicky, like, oh, they only fact checked this, but they didn't fact check this other thing. And it's like, dude, your guy was saying unhinged shit.
It reminded me of like coming up to school and you're like presenting a project in front of like the professor or whatnot, and like someone else will come up behind you and be like, well, Pat just seemed a little bit too prepared for this test, and I feel like that's kind of cheating.
Yeah,
I'm just winging it over here, and that's not right. I don't know. The man was just, compared to the Biden one, it felt good to see someone not look just asleep at the other side of the table when he was like, I don't think he knows what he just said, and I don't know what he just said.
Yeah, typically, debates like this don't really matter that much. It's like mostly the people that watch it are people that are already decided and just want to watch their person do well.
It's also like people like us that just think, this is just humor.
You get the comic relief.
It's just humor.
They're
for
eating
me.
the dogs.
But it's like from this, like I feel like the Kamala campaign is going to be able to mine so much out of that for like ads and shit.
Yeah.
It just gave them so much ammunition that like completely so many unforced errors on the other side, like, you know, that maybe it will matter a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. I can't wait till all this fucking shit's over.
Yeah, I mean, it's giving us some content to talk about.
But I'm also so fucking tired of it.
Like 2 more months?
I mean,
not
November,
even like a month and a half.
Beginning of November.
A month and a half.
Like 2 months.
Mail-in voting starts in Philly this weekend.
I ain't voting.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was gonna say you can't disappoint me on my birthday like that.
Part of the system.
Yo, I wonder who Cha-Cha's vote for.
Cha-Cha.
Probably, if I had to guess.
She's probably for RFK.
If
Jr.
I had to guess, she's not voting for fucking Kamala.
She's probably voting for.
She probably fucking shipping a ballot in there for what's that chick's name that's not running anymore? But
Jill Stein.
No, the other one, the
she's
Republican
not
one.
Jill Stein girl.
I don't think so.
Hell no, she's not. She voting for Trump. Cha-Cha,
she was going to the saloon. She's probably going.
Yeah, that's true.
Her only goal was to poop at the next bar. That's
Yo, that straight up was her.
I hear you
goal.
saying they're eating our dogs.
Yo, God bless her.
Yo, did you hear it? They're eating all the dogs on Kelly Drive. All the stray dogs and cats on Kelly Drive, they're all eating them.
Damn,
the Asians.
Why you think toilets are clogged? It's because of that.
Because the pipes are all clogged with dog guts.
They're clogged with dog noses and snouts and tails.
You ever shit after eating a dog? Yeah. Wilbur IBS, there's a new dog in town. Damn. Well, shout out Cha-Cha. Shout out Avery for your birthday.
Hey.
Birds are up 1-0. Phillies are on a little.
Close this down, dude.
Phillies are on a little sweep here.
This has been an unhinged drunk pod. It's my birthday.
It is what it is. But thank you all for listening and watching. Please leave us a 5-star rating and review every other podcast. Give us a subscribe on YouTube.
Follow us on
Run it back.
TikTok.
Run it back.
Follow on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Send us an email at citywidepod@gmail.com. And from all of us here at the Citywide, good morning, good afternoon.
Talk about extreme.
Good night.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating
the cats, everybody.
of the people that live there. And this is what's
All right,
happening
that's
in
it.
our country.
This is what's happening in our country.
I had to get that in there.
Goodbye.